Is this really the color? What? I can't believe it. I just love it. I'm a fan, clearly. I think you probably noticed that. Well, hello and welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina and today's video is so exciting. Okay, I am so excited because as a designer, one of my favorite things in the world to do is to pick paint colors. And when the paint colors of the year start being announced, this is like, I don't even know what to describe it. I mean, it's such a big deal. It only happens once a year. And so I've got to set my coffee down. It's such a big deal when all these companies start announcing their top colors and what the color of the year is going to be. And so today we're going to be talking about the first company that has come out with their color of the year, and that is BEHR. And when this color came out, I was like, oh, is this really the color? Are you serious? What? Okay, so I have gone and I have gotten samples of the color. So exciting. You have to really ask because they don't yet know how to make these because it's literally just been released. But I've gotten the paint samples. I'm going to be showing you a comparison to colors that are similar, and I'm going to be giving you combinations today so that if you want to use this color on your walls, I'm going to give you some ideas. I'm just going to load you up on some inspiration on how to be able to put this color into your home and how to pull it all together. I am so excited. I hope that you are too. Make sure you hit subscribe and give the video a big thumbs up if you were like me and you were just like, bring on the paint. Okay, maybe you should hit subscribe even if you just came for paint tips. Even if you don't get this excited. But let's jump into today's video. Okay, so what is the big announcement? What is the color of the year that BEHR has said? Are you guys ready for this? I'm still like, what? I can't believe it. Okay, as I went to the store, gotta get these BEHR paints at Home Depot. You can actually order them online as well. And so I went and got the brochure that's got all of the new color on there. That's right, the new BEHR color of the year is blank canvas. It's white. It's white. I almost cried. I was so excited because over the last year, I kept saying beiges, beiges, beiges. And then when it came time to actually paint my own house, I left it white. I really love living in white. And a lot of people kind of complain about that because they're like, oh, white, it's boring. I'm like, no, it's classic, it's sophisticated. And I absolutely love white. But I have to say, this is pretty bold to say that your color of the year is gonna be white, because normally it's a color, a specific color. Last year we saw a ton of greens. Everybody was coming out with greens. I feel like they all just got together, chatted, and said, we're all gonna go green this year, okay? So this year when BEHR came out with white, it was like, it's shocking. It's shocking. And personally, I think it's wonderful because this is a color that we are going to actually all want to use. I am thrilled to the core. I can't wait to chat through this color. I can't wait to show you how to use this. You guys know, if you've seen my own home, I painted the whole house white. We lived in Scandinavia for 6 years. We lived overseas for 12, but specifically in Scandinavia, in Copenhagen, for 6 years. And we just fell in love with living in white. Now, I'm saying that while standing in my dark charcoal office. I like to play with contrast, and we're gonna get to that in just a minute. But I just think that white is an incredible, incredible color. I don't think it's going to go out of style. Scandinavians have been using white for absolutely generations, and there's a reason, because trends come and go, but white paint always stays. It's just a main staple color. So yeah, I think it's incredible. And personally, I think it's great because if you really think about it, white really is the presence of all colors. And so it's really a rainbow. We really just went with the rainbow for the year. So I think that that is great, and I just love it. I'm thrilled. So blank canvas, I think, is also a really great name. You guys know, if you've watched any of my paint videos, I get really irritated if the paint color name isn't good. I'm like, no, I want it to mean something. So I pick limousine leather and nightclub and all these crazy colors for my house, and I want the names. I think they're funny. It's ironic. I don't know. I just like it. So when you open this up, they've got some color pairings here. They've also given you another palette. So they've given you blank canvas, and I think that's such a perfect way of saying we just get a clean slate. And you guys know that I just love, I've got canvases actually pulled for the day. I love a blank canvas. I love the idea of a blank canvas. I love the concept of being able to start over, having a fresh start. I just feel like they just nailed this. I just love it, and I am thrilled. And I'm even more thrilled because I'm gonna be showing you how this is very similar to what I have in my own house and what I've been using in my clients' homes already. So I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled. So then over on the other side, they've got 2023 trends, and they've given us a little palette if you just want to add, let's say less color, since this was the presence of all colors. I guess that's a little less. I don't know. But they did give us colors like half sea fog, perfect taupe. Thank you, love the taupe, yes. We've got Spanish sand, which is a very beige color, which again, so into this. The smoky pink, 100%. This is perfect. It's like a lip color, and I just love it. So you don't have to use all of these on your walls either. So that's the thing to always remember, is these can make really great accent colors. You can use them for a piece of furniture. You've also got Pure Earth, which is like such a good, like kind of mousy, muddy brown color, which is exactly what we've been saying that we wanted and what would be really coming into style. We've got Hybrid, which is a lime green, spice mustard, and vermilion. These really feel like these are really aimed at that sort of bohemian community. I can see exactly who would use these colors. And so I'm not opposed to these colors being here, even though they aren't colors that I personally feel connected to. I think this is for everyone. And I think that the paint companies have a big challenge trying to come out, first of all, one color for everyone for a year, and then a palette that will really suit everyone. Down at the bottom, we've got aubergine, conifer green, and sophisticated teal. We've been talking about, it's funny because we were saying jewel tones are kind of going out, but here they are, but they're sort of in a muted, they're done in a really muted way, and I think that is really interesting. Those aren't colors that I personally, maybe the conifer green, the rest of them aren't really colors that I personally would go for, other than the smoky pink, Spanish sand, perfect taupe, and Pure Earth. Those, I just feel like, because I love neutrals. I just love neutrals. I just feel like it really adds a lot of sophistication and elegance. And yeah, this is exciting stuff. So I will leave the website for you guys and the links to the colors down in the show notes. But before you run off, I want to show you a comparison of the color, because it can be a little bit difficult to see a tiny little swatch that's just on this little piece of paper, right? So I want to chat with you a little bit more about the color itself and why I think this color in particular is one that you should be using in your home. Okay, so first of all, I think blank canvas is awesome. What I've done is, it's gonna be a little bit hard for you to see. I realize that they're all white, and I've painted them on white canvases. This is Polar Bear, and this is the color that I have in my own home. And I've always said that this is almost as pure of a white that doesn't lean blue or yellow as you can possibly find. These are all by BEHR, unless I note, because I've got a couple that aren't, and I'll tell you as we go. Otherwise, all the paint colors are by BEHR today. But this is just a very warm, very neutral white. And this is what I have in my home, in my own home. This is what you guys are seeing on my actual walls. I've been saying I wanted to warm it up just a little bit, so I have actually been painting several of my clients' homes recently in white dove. And so you can kind of see how it is a little bit warmer than what is in my own home. And you know, I'm not opposed enough to the Polar Bear to want to repaint my entire house. It's not It's a difference. It's a difference, but it's not a big enough difference for me to pay to have the whole house repainted. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay with it being polar bear. Instead, I light the candles and I turn on the lights and I warm that white up a lot. And so I'm still working with this in my own home. But if I was painting my home now, I would be looking at White Dove. This is by Benjamin Moore. And this is the one I've been using for everything. So lo and behold, when I opened that can, the blank canvas, I was like, stop it, stop it. This is almost an exact match to the White Dove. So blank canvas is over here. I'm gonna try to turn it this way so you can kind of see. There we go. I just want you to be able to kind of see how similar these colors are. They are almost identical. I think that you could almost paint them on the wall together. I would say that the White Dove by Benjamin Moore is maybe just a hair warmer. I mean, they're so close. They're really kind of the same. I thought it might be easier if I show you a beige as well. So you can kind of see, this is the Grant beige that I painted in my closet. And you can kind of see the difference about how a medium beige color next to these whites. So they really are very white. They gave us a white. And so I think it's really interesting because they could have given us a warmer white. If you'd asked me, I would have said that the shoji white is the white that they probably would have come out with. It's a little bit warmer, but instead this is the canvas white. Shoji white is by Sherwin-Williams, and this is the color that I pulled as a sample for the exterior of my house, which hopefully is gonna be getting painted soon. Stay tuned for that fun. But yeah, I think it's a little bit warmer. And this is what I use for exterior to look like this, if that makes any sense, because once you put it outside, it's gonna always look a lot lighter because it's got so much sun on it. So it's a color that I use all the time as a designer, and I'm getting ready to use on my own home. That's a color that I would 100% use in someone's home. I think it's very warm. It really warms up a space, but I am excited about that blank canvas because I think that that complements all these colors. It looks amazing. It's something that I feel like I'm already using in my clients' homes. If that makes any sense, I feel like I'm already there. And now we're just going to put a BEHR name on this thing. And I just think it's amazing. I think that you guys will love this color. I think you'll absolutely love it. So I thought it'd be really fun to not just give you the paint color, but also to give you some ideas of how to actually incorporate this color into your home. Because I know a lot of times after the paint videos, you guys leave a long list of questions and comments, and so we've always listened to what you say. So if you've got questions from today, leave them down in the comments. We'll try to get to as many as we can down in the comment section, but if we see a bunch that require a little bit more time, we are gonna be having more paint videos coming very soon. Yeah, can you tell I love this? Sorry, I just get so excited. Get this excited about it. I love what I do. I really just believe that the way that a room feels really transforms the way that you feel in it. And when we moved to Scandinavia, I had never experienced white walls like that before. I'd never lived in a home like that. I don't even know if I'd ever visited somebody's home that was painted white. And it was so transformative. And I was so obsessed with the way that the window light and that natural light would come through and the way that you felt inside of a home with white walls. It transformed everything for me. And I just thought it was the most beautiful, magical, serene feeling that I had ever experienced. And that's why I'm still so obsessed with it. So if you're thinking about bringing this color into your home, there's a lot of things. There's so many good reasons why to do it. First of all, it goes with everything. A color this neutral will go with all of your blue grays. It'll go with your yellow grays. It's gonna go with, you could have orange, pink, purple, blue, any color of the rainbow. This is so neutral. You're gonna be able to put anything you want with it. It doesn't lean yellow, it doesn't lean blue. It's really right there in the middle. It's just very warm. I've been saying this too. I want a diffused white, something that's just a little bit softer, and I just feel like the paint companies listened. I think they were listening. They gave it to us. So if you wanna take this color into your home, you can pair it with anything you want, and it's gonna be breathtaking. And that's why I think yes, you could paint your walls beige, but then you're gonna have to be worrying about a lot more about undertones and everything else. This color really just works with just about anything. So even if you have cherry wood furniture, this color is gonna work. Now, if you've got warm grays in your home, let's just say that you love warm grays. I know I still love them, and I've already started to see people talking about the return of gray. I think it's gonna come back in these really warm, rich tones that I think we're all just gonna love. So I've created a little mood board for each of these to just show you how I would put the same living room together, same sofa. You've bought an investment sofa. I think going in a white is really great. I love white on white. A white sofa in a white room, I think it's just timeless. It looks amazing. It's light, it's airy. The whole room looks bigger because you painted the walls white. And then when you go to accessorize it, you can use these rich, beautiful, dark gray colors, add a little bit of black in there, lay down a gorgeous rug, and the room is gonna feel so warm and sophisticated. Now, one of my other favorite combinations probably isn't gonna be coming as a surprise since I am wearing a brownish kind of jacket today. I love to bring browns into a white room. I think it is gorgeous at the moment. That's what I have styled up on my own sofa. I think you can bring in all different shades of these richer browns. You can bring it in through the table, you can bring it in through your accessories, all the cushions, the blankets, everything. You can just bring this sort of warmth into it. And you guys have told me too, I love restyling my living room. And so I've given you a lot of different versions of it. And what it does is I think it gives you a lot of ideas, and you can kind of hone in to which one of those feels best to you. And so you can look back on like my Instagram, you can see all the different ways I've styled it up. But for me, this brown color, it just warmed my space up. It just feels so inviting, and it feels a little bit, I think it feels rich, like a dark chocolate does, you know, like that richness to something, but it also feels really sophisticated and elegant, and I just love it. Now, one of my other favorite combinations is I love adding beige. And I know that a lot of you like have panic attacks if you came out of the 90s and you had all the yellow undertoned gold kind of beiges. But the great news is that the beiges that are really in style, and we were just talking about this on our last video about paint colors that I recommend, we're avoiding the yellow undertone ones, at least I am, and I really like those beige undertones, like the one that was in here. I would say more taupe, somewhere along that Spanish sand, and see how the taupe, those colors just look really nice together. That's what I like. I like to add like my Grant beige. I think that just looks, where'd we go? You don't have to bring this color in with your wall color like I did. You could also just bring it in through accessories, use this as a palette. And that's what I always talk about on our channel. It's what I talk about in real life and working as a designer when we're picking out all the stuff. We're talking about a range of colors. And it's, let's see. Here you've got a beige room, and they've got it layered up with multiple shades of neutrals, beigey, creamies, and some whites. And so I think that's a really good example of how you're not trying to pick one color for the whole room or even two, you're really trying to create a range of colors. And so when you think about the beiges, it can be everything from like a vase, like this one that's got those beige colors in it. It can be in your books. I mean, look at this book that's sitting right here. This is an incredible book, and it brings that beige color into your space. This is a fun book. This is a Fatal Attraction. It's like a limited edition book. I'll leave it linked up. It may actually be sold out right now. If not, I'll leave you other links for some of my favorite beige books, but I think you can really warm your space up with these colors, and it's just magical. Now, of course, it wouldn't be the House of Valentina if I didn't at least suggest that you do a black and white room. I think that you can layer these beige colors with the black, and I think that it just looks magical. I think that black just works for everything. Black and white just works. But you can also, if you wanted to, maybe add in a navy into this combination, and I think that that also is just an absolutely incredible combination. So you could go more stark with something that's really sharp and white and black, and layer on lots of textures to keep that cozy vibe, but that sophistication really high. But then you could also switch over and go for a really rich, like a really rich navy blue. Looks incredible with this as well. And so this is why I'm so excited. I could just cry. I'm so excited that the color of the year that BEHR has released is white, because thank you and amen. This was perfect. I just think it's amazing, because I just know that I can recommend this color to you, and pretty much anywhere you live, that this color is gonna look amazing in pretty much any room of your house. I would suggest that when you do the white paint, right now, one of the biggest struggles I see that people have when they paint their walls white is that, first of all, do it in a matte sheen. The baseboards, the trim, everything, just go all white, all matte. Then I would suggest that you watch the color tones of your lighting as well. A lot of times when it starts to feel cold and feels institutional is when you've got those light bulbs. Now you can change the range. I just want them yellow, okay? I just don't like the daylight bulbs. I don't like them in general. I just think we want I want my home and my clients' homes to feel warm and inviting. So I would say lighting is probably the biggest challenge that you're gonna have when using a white color. But I would also encourage you to add a lot of texture into your home, whether it's through a vase, it's through having iron, something that's a little bit like the label on this. The books have the linen cover. You've got the candlelight going that just warms the space up. All these things warm up your white so that your space doesn't feel cold and institutional. There you have it. That is the color of the year for BEHR paint, and I just love it. I'm a fan, clearly. I think you probably noticed that. And I cannot wait to use this color in my clients' homes, and I'm already thinking about, is there anywhere I want to paint in my own house? I've been thinking about painting my bedroom back to white, and I was like, this is the color I would use. So, but I can't give up the dark gray in there just yet. So yeah, I think it's fun. I think you should go for it, and I'm gonna leave all the details. I'm gonna leave all the details for you down below in the show notes so you can check out these colors. You can also check out my LTK mood boards. That's where I keep all of my mood boards, and it is literally just a little app that you open. On the app, once you open it, you'll get to see that I have all kinds of mood boards available to you. So you can actually shop my home, you can shop my style, what I'm wearing, my clients, what they have put into their homes, and what we put into their homes. You can also shop the mood boards themselves, and when you open that and you scroll down, it's got all the links. So you can favorite, hit heart and favorite it, and it'll let you know if any sales come out, and any sales alerts or anything that you might want to know. Tom Ford, give it a heart, and it keeps your favorites stored for you as well. So if you want to be able to think about ideas, kind of keep them mulling around, I just love it. So it's where I'm giving you the mood boards for free, and I always link down to that in the show notes. But you know, some of you were asking what this thing is, and it's amazing. You can use it on your phone and you can use it on your desktop, but it's just a way for me to be able to get you the information as quickly as possible. I found that this was just really helpful. You guys were saying that you loved it. So yeah, I hope that you'll check it out. I'll leave it linked down below for you. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna risk holding my coffee for just a second. I'm so excited. It's literally the colors that I've got on. It's like white foam and little cinnamon, and I'm like, I'm so happy. I hope that you are too, and I hope this video left you feeling super inspired and excited about painting your home. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit subscribe. You are not going to believe what is coming out. We've got more paint colors, more companies, more new stuff, more news in the interior design world. Plus we've got fall and the holidays ahead of us. Man, I'm so excited. I can't wait. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Cheers.